Hey, cat lovers. I've been a cat person forever, living with these quirky furballs, studying their every move and decoding their secret signals. Cats don't bark or wag tails. They drop subtle hints about trust, love, and curiosity that most of us miss. Learn to read them, and your bond with your kitty deepens like magic. Let's dive into 9 behaviors that show what's really in your cat's heart, like we're chatting over coffee, real relatable, and full of stories from my years with cats. Number 1. The welcome stretch. You swing open the door after a long day, and there's your cat, paws stretched out like they're reaching for the stars, back arched in a perfect, graceful curve, maybe tossing in a dramatic yawn for good measure. It's adorable, isn't it? Most people just assume it's a post-nap stretch, like they're shaking off a lazy afternoon snooze. But hold up, it's way more personal than that. When your cat pulls this move right as you walk in, it's all about you. Cats are hardwired to stay on high alert in the wild, always ready for a predator or some other trouble. So when they stretch out, especially flashing their soft belly or curving that spine in your presence, it's a massive deal. They're saying, "I'm totally chill with you, glad you're back." It's not about begging for treats or playtime. It's a quiet, heartfelt invite to just be together, like a soft, feline smile that says, "You're home and I'm happy." My old Tabby Muffin was the absolute queen of this. She'd park herself by the door, waiting like a little sentinel, and the second I stepped in, she'd do this slow, deliberate stretch, like she was auditioning for a cat yoga commercial. At first, I thought she was just being her quirky self, but then I noticed she only did it for me. Not my roommates, not the delivery guy, not even my best friend who'd crash on the couch. It hit me like a ton of bricks. This was her way of saying, "You're my person." That stretch is a sign of deep emotional comfort, super rare for creatures who thrive on caution. I've seen it with fosters too. Strays who'd barely glance at me for weeks would start stretching when I walked in, a sure sign they were starting to trust. Why does this matter so much? It's your cat showing vulnerability, which is huge in their world. They're not just loosening up their muscles. They're letting their guard down completely, inviting you into their safe space. I've fostered dozens of cats over the years, and this behavior always feels like a milestone. One foster, a scrappy little guy named Jasper, took months to warm up. He'd hide under the couch, only coming out for food. But one day, I came home, and there he was, stretching out, belly up, right in front of me. It was like he was saying, "All right, you're cool, I'm letting you in." But there's a sneaky detail I'll drop later that can totally flip what this stretch means. Hang tight. It's a game changer that'll make you see this gesture in a whole new light. This behavior always reminds me of how cats communicate trust differently than dogs. Dogs are loud with their love, barking, jumping, tail wagging. Cats? They're subtle, like they're whispering their feelings. I've had neighbors ask me why their cats do this, and it's always a light bulb moment when I explain it's not just a stretch, it's a love letter. Next time your cat does this, pause and soak it in. It's their heart saying, "I'm happy you're here," and that's worth more than 1,000 meows. Number 2. The bathroom buddy. Okay, let's get real about the bathroom stalker. Why does your cat turn into a Velcro shadow the second you head for the bathroom? You're just trying to brush your teeth, take a shower, or, let's be honest, have a private moment, and suddenly there's meowing, pawing at the door, or those intense eyes staring like you're hiding a stash of catnip. Cats aren't like dogs, guarding you out of some loyal instinct. This is about curiosity, routine, and a deep, almost primal need to stay close to you. Bathrooms are like sensory wonderlands for cats. The sound of running water, the mix of weird smells, your daily rituals like brushing or shaving. When you shut that door, it's like you're cutting them out of a moment they feel entitled to share. To a bonded cat, that feels like emotional distance, and they're not about to let that slide. Here's the cool part. They usually follow the person they trust most into these private spaces. It's not about danger. It's about you being alone with no distractions, just the two of you. My cat Luna was a pro at this. She'd leap onto the sink, watching me like I was performing some sacred ceremony. One time, I locked her out by mistake, and the yowling was Oscar-worthy. She scratched the door like her life depended on it. I learned my lesson fast. To Luna, the bathroom was our space, a place where she could have me all to herself. If your cat's your bathroom buddy, their VIP, the one they want to share those quiet, intimate moments with. My friend's cat, Max, took this to another level. He'd only follow her into the bathroom, completely ignoring her husband. It was like Max was saying, "You're my human. This is our thing." I've seen this with fosters too. A shy cat named Willow would hide all day but magically appear when I hit the bathroom, sitting on the mat like she was guarding a secret. It's a quirky way of showing trust, and it cracks me up when people complain about their cat's bathroom obsession. I had a neighbor once who swore her cat, Tinkerbell, was judging her in the bathroom. I told her, "Nah, that's love. She just wants to be part of your world. It's not nosiness. It's pure, unfiltered connection." I've also noticed this behavior shifts with a cat's personality. Some cats, like Luna, are bold about it, marching right in. Others, like Willow, are more subtle, just peeking around the door. But it's always about that emotional closeness. If you've got a bathroom buddy, try leaving the door cracked next time. See if they settle in closer. It's like they're saying, "This is our little club, just you and me." Number 3. The foot licker. This one's a total head-scratcher for most. Why does your cat decide your feet are the perfect spot for a licking session? It's ticklish, super weird, and feels like something a dog would do, not a cat. But trust me, it's not random at all. It's called allogrooming, a fancy term for social bonding through grooming. Think about how mama cats lick their kittens or how bonded cats groom each other. It's a huge deal in their world. When your cat licks your feet, hands, or even your hair, they're claiming you as family, blending your scent with theirs. Feet are a prime target because they're packed with your smell, where you've walked, what you've stepped in, all that good stuff. It's like they're reading the story of your day and adding their own chapter to it. My friend's cat, Gizmo, was a foot-licking fanatic. Every evening while she watched TV, Gizmo would go to town on her toes. She'd giggle and call it gross, but I told her it's pure affection. Gizmo was saying, "You're my crew." I've had cats do this to my hands after petting them, like they're sealing the bond. One foster, Patches, was super shy but started licking my fingers after a month of hiding. It was his first step toward trusting me, and it melted my heart. If your cat does this during calm moments, like chilling on the couch, it's their way of showing deep, heartfelt love, even if it feels bizarre to us. I had another foster, Tinker, who took this to a whole new level. He'd lick my elbows, yeah, elbows, every time I sat down to read. It was so random, but I learned it was his way of saying, "I'm comfy with you." I've seen this with other cats too, like my cousin's cat Milo, who licked her knees after she got home from work. It's quirky but so meaningful. It's like they're saying, "You're part of my tribe and I'm marking you as mine." If your cat's a licker, lean into it. It's their love language, even if it's a little weird. Number 4. The back turn. Picture this, your cat plops down next to you, maybe even touching you, but they're facing the other way. Feels like they're giving you the cold shoulder, right? Wrong. It's one of the biggest compliments a cat can give. In the wild, turning your back is a vulnerable move. It means you trust the other guy not to startle or harm you. When your cat does this, especially if they sit close or sleep with their back to you, they're saying, "I'm safe with you." No eye contact needed, just the comfort of being near you, sharing space without tension. My old cat, Shadow, was a master at this. He'd curl up against my leg, facing away, and nap like he owned the place. At first, I wondered if he was mad at me, but then I realized it was trust. He didn't need to watch me to feel secure. I've seen this with fosters too. A skittish cat named Smokey started doing this after a few months, and it felt like a badge of honor. If your cat sleeps like this, pressed against you, that's loyalty. You're in their inner circle. No words needed. I had a foster named Machi who took this to heart. She'd sleep with her back to me, tail tucked against my side like she was saying, "You've got my back, I'm good." It's a quiet bond that speaks louder than any meow. I've noticed this behavior in every bonded cat I've met, from my own to the strays I've taken in. One time, a foster named Rusty would only do this when I was reading quietly. No TV, no noise. It was like he needed that calm to fully trust me. If you see your cat doing this, especially in vulnerable moments like sleep, it's a sign you've earned their trust in a big way. Number 5. the hidden stretch signal. Let's circle back to that welcome stretch, because there's a secret most people miss. When your cat does that big stretch, paws out, back curved, check their eyes. Are they looking at you, even for a split second? That glance is everything. If they lock eyes while stretching, it's not just physical, it's emotional. They're inviting connection, checking if you notice them, like a soft, "Hey, you see me? I'm happy you're here." It turns the stretch into a real bonding moment, a quiet check-in that strengthens your relationship. But if they stretch without looking, maybe turning away or strolling past, it might not be about you at all. It could be territorial, a post-nap habit, or even a way to shake off stress. The eye contact makes it a message. Muffin taught me this. She'd stretch and give me a quick look, like she was waiting for a response. When I started answering with a soft, "Hey, buddy," or a slow blink, her purrs got louder. I tried this with a foster tinker, who was super aloof. One day he stretched, glanced at me, and I blinked back. Next thing I knew, he was rubbing against my leg. This eye contact trick isn't a one-off. I've seen it with dozens of cats over the years. It's like they're testing you, seeing if you're paying attention. If you respond, even with a quiet word, it's like speaking their language. I had a foster named Bella who'd stretch and stare, and when I'd say her name softly, she'd flop over for belly rubs. It's a small moment that builds trust fast. I've even seen it with my neighbor's cat Whiskers, who'd stretch and glance at her owner before curling up nearby. It's like a secret handshake, and once you start noticing it, you'll see it everywhere. Number 6. The toy drop-off. Ever had your cat drag a toy, a sock, or sometimes a dead critter to your feet? They drop it, look up, maybe strut off like they're the king of the jungle. Is it a gift? Kind of, but it's so much deeper. Cats are hunters by nature, and in the wild, they only share their catch with kittens or super close group members. Bringing you something, even a beat-up toy mouse, means they're including you in their family. It's instinct mixed with trust. They're saying, "You're one of us and I trust you." My neighbor's cat Whiskers left toy balls at her owner's feet every morning like clockwork. It wasn't just play, it was Whiskers saying, "You're my person." If they drop it and stare, that's pride and vulnerability, hoping you get how big this is. My cat Rusty once brought me a crumpled tissue from the trash. Gross. But to him, it was a trophy. I've fostered cats who'd start with toys and graduate to socks or leaves from outside. Each time, it's like they're saying, "I trust you enough to share this." There's one thing they tend to bring or steal that carries even more emotional weight. I'll spill on that soon. It's a behavior I've seen in every bonded cat I've met, from my own to strays I've fostered. One foster, a tiny kitten named Pippin, would drag my shoelaces across the room to drop them at my feet, looking up like he'd just hunted a lion. It's not just about hunting. It's about sharing something meaningful, a piece of their world with you. Number 7. The curious head tilt. This one's rare but so darn cute. Your cat tilts their head at you, like they're trying to solve a puzzle. Cats don't do this as often as dogs, so when it happens, it's special. It's usually triggered by a weird sound, high-pitched tone in your voice, or something unusual. But it's not just curiosity. It's your cat zeroing in on the emotional vibe. They're scanning your mood or intention. Is it playful? Safe? If they pair that tilt with a paw lift or ear flick, you've got their full attention, like they're emotionally mapping you. Luna did this once when I was humming off-key in the kitchen. She tilted her head like, "What is that noise?" It's a moment of intimacy most miss. Respond with a calm voice or slow blink, and you're meeting them in that connection. I saw this with a foster Bella, who'd tilt her head when I'd talk softly. It was her way of saying, "I'm listening." I've noticed fosters do this more as they warm up, like they're finally curious about me. My cousin's cat Milo does this when she sings to him. It's like he's trying to figure out if she's okay or just weird. It's fleeting but beautiful, a sign they're tuned into you. Number 8. The protective sleep. Why does your cat sleep on you? Your chest, lap, or sprawled across your legs like they own you? Sure, you're warm, but it's way more than that. Cats are super vulnerable when sleeping, so choosing you as their nap spot is huge. They're saying, "You're my safe place. I trust you to keep me secure." If they sleep with their back pressed to you or facing away, That's not ignoring you. It's total surrender. They don't need to watch you, which is massive for a cat. Watch out, though. If they suddenly stop sleeping close, something might be off. Stress, a health issue, or a change in the house. Shadow stopped sleeping on me once, and it turned out he was spooked by a neighbor's dog. I've fostered cats who'd only sleep near me after months, and it felt like a victory. Machi, a foster, went from hiding under the bed to draping herself across my lap. It was like she was saying, "You're my human now." I had another foster, Simba, who'd only sleep on my chest when I was lying still, like he needed that extra reassurance. Their sleep habits are a window into their trust and comfort. Number 9. The scent stealer. Why does your cat nap on your dirty laundry, your side of the bed, or that hoodie you tossed on the couch? It's not just softness. Cats are deeper than that. They're drawn to your scent. Their emotional security blanket. Your smell keeps you close when you're gone. And here's the big reveal. The top thing bonded cats go for? Your pillow. It's got your breath, hair, your most concentrated scent. Curling up there is like wrapping themselves in you. A hug from afar. Luna would claim my pillow every day I was at work. It was her way of staying connected. I caught a foster, Simba, doing this with my jacket after just a week, a sign he was settling in. Vets often miss how deep this runs. It's not just claiming space. It's a quiet, persistent anchor to you. I've seen fosters do this with my old jackets, and it's always a sign they're feeling at home. My friend's cat, Max, would steal her scarf and drag it to his bed, like he was keeping her close. If your cat's stealing your pillow or shirts, that's love in its purest form. There you go. 9 ways your cat's quietly shouting their feelings. From stretches to scent stealing, these behaviors show trust and love in their subtle way. It's like they're whispering, "You're my person." Next time you catch one, give your kitty a scratch or a soft word. It means more than you think. Got a quirky cat habit you're curious about? Spill the beans, and I'll help decode what your furry friend's saying.